Well, howdy, howdy, howdy. Nearly Senior Citizen here. Greetings, boys, girls, and all of our non-binary friends, and welcome to this, a brand new day. Yes, indeed. It is 7:31. It is dark outside. It is raining. Yay! Thumbs up for that. I slept, not wonderfully. It was very late last night. Somebody on Facebook and has watched and comments with me did me a big favor and bought me some food up at the local Walmart. And I was supposed to go there yesterday around noonish to go pick it up between noon and 1. And I kept spacing out and forgetting about it entirely all night. Called them up at 6 o'clock to make sure it was okay. And then forgot again. And so, boy. But first, of course, front loading the video. If you can engage with the YouTube algorithms, and if you like what you hear and see, if you could hit the like button, that would be very cool. Of course, if you could also hit the subscription button if you are not subscribed, that too would be very cool. Engaging with those YouTube algorithms, yay, ooh, itchy nose. And of course, I would like to thank each and every one of my Patreon.com patrons. These are beautiful and awesome people that are literally helping to keep me alive. And it is very, very beautiful and awesome of them. I am on disability, limited income. I cannot work because of injuries and worse. So these people are literally helping to keep me alive. So thank you very much. Now, if you could become a Patreon.com patron, in the video description, there is a link to my Patreon. I have no ideas how long the text stays up on the screen. I don't know if it's still up there. I don't know if I kept my hands in place longer than necessary. But if you could check it out, that would be very cool. But I just wanted to do some front loading of the video, so thank you very much, and my sincere apologies. I kept forgetting. Until almost 8 o'clock, I went, oh my God, I need to go to Walmart and pick up my stuff. So I quickly, some time ago, not too long, but some time ago, a commenter called Potatotron had bought me a backpack, and I've been using that. And I, of course, having to go pick up groceries, carried in my backpack everything that I needed, and I walked up to Walmart. Got there about 9 o'clock, stood there in the rain because it was raining, of course. They have a kind of car park area for pickup. You stand there, you call an 800 number. Well, it's not an 800 number, it's a local number, sorry. You call up the local number and then they bring out your groceries to you. So they just brought them out. There was a dry spot, small dry spots. I had them put the groceries down there. I thank them very, very much for their help. Put my stuff into the backpack, carried what was left in bags, and came back home. It is a 6-mile round trip. Takes an hour to walk there, takes an hour to get back. It was after 10 o'clock. Well, no, not after. It was right around 10 o'clock when I got back from the walk to Walmart. And I made a quick stop at Safeway because I didn't purchase anything to drink or any such. I just picked up stuff at Walmart. So I stopped off at Safeway and I got some stuff to drink for today. And oh boy. So yeah, late night last night and pretty sore. Usually I just walk around town because the 6-mile walk, sometimes, especially late night, that will really aggravate the nerves in my back and lower limbs. And then I have physical anxiety and I have to go to bed. That's the only way to make that go away. Now when I say physical anxiety, it's just physical. My back and my legs just are, they're irate. I can't keep my legs in one place. I have to keep moving. It's like having restless leg syndrome, which I, thank God, don't suffer from right now, but have had, except there's no mental component to it. None. I have zero anxiety up here. My body is feeling a lot of the stuff that I do feel during anxiety. So I'm physically feeling stuff, but mentally I'm like, I just want to sit here and watch videos, but my body is going, so I got to go to bed. Thank goodness that didn't happen. But that's why I tend to do a 4-point-some-odd-mile walkies in downtown areas, because it's not as far as 6 miles, but it also doesn't make the nerves in my back and legs irate. And since I have a ton of spinal and nerve injuries, I don't want to irritate those nerves. Now, I spent a lot of time as, like 15 years working as a nurse's aide and trying to become a nurse, but my alcoholism destroyed that. And my spine has never been good. I have scoliosis. Mostly of the upper part, my upper vertebrae are twisted. It pushes this part of my body forward. This part of my rib cage thus does not open properly because it's never been able to develop properly. So, yay. But on various MRIs and such, doctors have told me, our spines are not, great, but they're like blocks. They're placed on top of each other, and they're in a rough approximation of a column. And mine are like really jumbled and not put in there all that well on my lower back. So not good. And then all those injuries I've had through the years, I've got injuries way up here because I've got numb spots on my back. And you've got to get injuries way up here because the nerves for up here split way up high. The stuff for your back splits way down low. Well, your legs split way down low. So I've got numb spots up here, which is injury way up here. All the way down my body is just terrible. Ugh. I mean, I'm not complaining. Life is life. Life choices. I worked as a nurse's aide with a bad back. And I have had horrific back injuries through my time. Well, through the years. Yay. So, life is life. Life is life. So I went out, I did stuff, and I have therapy today, and I'm working late. So I don't know when this video is gonna go public. And of course, when I wake up in the morning, I immediately start to wheeze. And not only do I immediately start to wheeze, my sinuses just start pumping out all of this mucus. So my wheezing, yes, a fair amount of that is from the cannabis use that I have for pain and mobility. But also, when I take my sleep apnea mask off in the morning time, because it has a filter on it, I immediately start I'm become a mucus factory for a while. I keep tissue boxes. Why do I keep tissue boxes? For the same reason that when I go out for my walks, I carry packs of travel tissue with me. I have suffered chronic sinusitis my whole life. I go through tissue like crazy because I am constantly blowing my nose. I can be walking downtown. I get a whiff of a fragrance and it's like, oh no, boom! I can feel everything clog up and I gotta blow my nose. I am a constant mucus factory. It's horrific. So yeah, I'm one of those people that's helping to, keep the tissue industry running here. I go through a lot of tissue and it's all from blowing my bloody nose. But while I didn't do a whole lot yesterday, and I do have therapy today, I mean, I got a rush. It's at 9 o'clock, so I don't know if this video is going to be going public on time. But while I have not been doing a lot here, change in season, body chemistry changes, I'm getting older, so my motivation in the morning is getting harder to find because it's harder to wake up in the morning. Biochemical changes. Yay. So I didn't get a ton done yesterday, and I'm still trying to adjust and adapt to a whole bunch of things. I keep falling asleep, and then I watch a lot of videos. I used to be able to get a lot done before noon. These past 2 months, yeah, it's after noon before I even start after I do my vlog. I do 3 hours of just sitting here and not doing anything but watching videos. And then I get started. It used to be I'd do my vlogging and then I'd do things for a half an hour and then I had to do something else. Now, no. Not so wonderful. On the other hand, though, still, I am doing a lot of creative thinking on various things. Finally getting the work done on the one setting. Oddly enough, it's this new inside-outside setting that's really got my head moving and not the bone-hurting juice world where I love the characters, I love the setting, I haven't been able to come up with an idea for what the story is about yet. But with the inside-outside idea, we're on the outside, there's the razor's edge where you can pass through to the inside. I've been doing a busload of work on all of this because it really just fascinates me, even more than the bone-hurting Jewish world, which is not going away. Scarbat and Milliander and Ilchenka and all that stuff is beautiful and awesome, and I'm still going to be working with it, but for right now, the inside. Things started to fall into place because I've said before what my idea of making a book about this setting is. It's a whole bunch of slice of life stories where a slice of life story is just, it doesn't really have, the begin, your traditional beginning, build up, crescendo, and then coming down from it, which I've never been able to pronounce that word properly. It is a long French word. Slice of life is like just showing you what happens in a day. I mean, it might literally be just a story of a farmer, and there are a lot of stories like this out there that have been published and are still being done, like a farmer that gets up, goes out, does some work, and then comes home, and at the end of the day, the story ends. It is just a slice of life to show you what life is. So that was my idea, and I was wondering what the heck I was going to be doing with that. And then the whole Apple Rock rampaging thing came to my head and was like, oh, and that happens about 25% of the way through the collection of stories, and then from that point on, it is a major part of every story. I had been wondering what was I going to do with that beginning part, because I wanted to introduce the valley, but I also need to kind of show what's going to be happening. And then I started thinking and remembering, I've talked about places, there's like the town of Tolnet, it's got like, maybe 1,000 people in it, and there's the sheriff who needed a deputy about 7 years back because his deputy ended up with him and a bunch of others getting killed trying to hunt Tolnet. Not a good idea unless you got a national army. And so the sheriff needed a deputy, and the deputy was somebody from outside that's fully sighted, and so was commuting on the inside to Tolnet until moving to Tolnet. The sheriff has prophetic dreams. I'd mentioned and talked about that before. In fact, there was one situation where the sheriff started having prophetic dreams about a creature called a catanope. And the deputy, using the P&H on the ThruNet, was able to find out information on, the P&H is the Palmer and Hutch, which everyone just calls the Palmer and Hutch. It is the ThruNet, the internet on the inside, equivalent of Wikipedia, except it has the full force and funding and resources also of the Crimson Kingdom behind it. So there's a massive amount of fact-checking that goes with it. Read up on the catanope. The general consensus on it has been, if it shows up, everyone needs to move out, because otherwise everyone is going to die, because a catanope, you can't kill it. You have to wait until it gets bored. So either stay and die, or move out and then hopefully go somewhere else. The sheriff was having prophetic dreams about that, and then started dreaming about a golden bullet. And so the sheriff and the deputy, fashioned a golden bullet. Had to get a full kilogram of it, and a special gun that they had in town. And when the catanope showed up, everyone was using a huge amount of firepower on this thing, except for the sheriff, who waited, and then when it was charging, fired his gun. And when they found the corpse of the catanope, there was no damage on it from any of the bullets, except an entry wound from the golden bullet, the pathway, and the bullet lodged in the catanope's heart. They saved countless people because of the prophetic dream. But, like in many places, for a full year before the Apple Rock starts to rampage, this sheriff is having dreams of death and night and running. And at no time during any of those dreams is there ever shown any sign of hope. Just depression and death and running and terror. No indication of where or what or why or how, just that it's coming and no hope. In Tonasket Valley, usually about once a year, there are hikers that go out and they transcend out in the forest and then fly out into the universe from there. About once a year, It's been about 30 years since anyone's transcended in town, but the mayor, in the beginning of this thing, is going out to talk with the sheriff of that town in Tenasket Valley. And it's every couple days for this last year. They can hear hikers transcending out in the woods. They hear that mournful howl, and then the winged shape flying up and blocking out the stars within the hour. Something bad is coming. Everyone on the razor's edge can feel it. And then some poor sap learns that all roads lead to Apple Rock. And it will hurt you until you beg to die. And you apologize and mean it for wanting to live. And then you finally bleed on it and beg it to finally kill you and stop hurting you. And the rampage starts, and it colors everything from that point on. And I've opened up 24 hours where the comments in my community tab, and I want to go through and thank, well, however many people have comments, to a maximum of 20 to 25. If I mispronounce the username, no disrespect is intended. I'm an American English speaker. And even though I count American Sign Language on the fingers of this hand with my depression, fibro, ADHD, and more, yeah, my memory's getting better, slowly, but... So we have Shane Gillen, oh well, and Thomas Kalfu, thumbs up and thank you. Anthony Estrada, greatly appreciated. And then we have Kurai Abernathy, thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Excuse me. We have Pagan Troll, greatly appreciated. Favel, boy, I hope you feel better soon. Ooh. Acid... I guess it'd be Acid Baby with a 6 instead of an 8. Thumbs up and thank you. We have Lockett, greatly appreciated. Richard Thoreau, Thurow, Thurow, thumbs up and thank you. Alex Doing Dumb Stuff, thumbs up and thank you. Melissa R, it's been a while since I've seen you in the comments. Hopefully you watch my comment or watch the video. Thumbs up. Penny Grant, greatly appreciated. You Not, thumbs up. Johnny K, thumbs up and thank you. Tercio Sonic, greatly appreciated. TTV Lil Curry, thumbs up and thank you. Matthias Duarte, thumbs up. And Ice Damon, greatly appreciated. Each and every one of you. You get me out of my head and into the world and dealing with real people, if only in text, and it is greatly, greatly appreciated. Yeah, there were less than 25, but again, more than 0, and that's important. Thumbs up right there. Thank you very, very much. My throat, my sinuses, yay! And of course, I do not know what device you're watching this on, so I do not know where the video description is, but inside there are links to all of my channels. If you could check those out, that would be very, very cool. There's also links to my Patreon, and again, I wish to thank every one of my Patreon.com patrons. Literally, you have been and are still helping to keep me alive. You keep my pets alive, you got a roof over my head, food in my belly. It is appreciated to no end. I like metabolizing. Thumbs up and thank you. If you could become a Patreon.com patron, that too would be beautiful. But if you did not wish to, which I still wanted to help out, I have a PayPal link, and I'm not above grubbing for petty cash, because when you got next to nothing, any amount helps. And if you'd like to help me out without sending money, I have an Amazon wish list link with things like cat food on it. Thumbs up and thank you very, very much. Greatly appreciated. Yay! Do not feel obligated. I do not feel entitled. And if you cannot or you simply do not donate, I take all good wishes and I deposit them in the bank of my heart where I draw interest. So thank you very much. And if you could toss me a like, engaging with the YouTube algorithms, that would be greatly appreciated. And of course, if you could hit the notification bell on the subscription button, that too would be very cool. Definitely a thumbs up. Always seek creativity. Keep your brain working. Keep it lubricated. Keep it working. Stave off dementia. A very good thing. Seek positivity. I was a negative person for way too many years during my life, and it only hurts you and those around you. And seek balance. Moderation in all things. Nothing too wild and crazy. Stay on an even keel. You don't need to go bouncing off the edges. And with the Covfefe bugs still raging, please, if you don't have to go out amongst other people, try not to. If you have to, maintain your social distancing, wear a mask, wash your hands often, try not to touch your face, Get the vax if you can, medically. If you're just get anxious because you don't like wearing, but you don't like needles or anything like that, I understand. But get the jab. It's better than the lifelong problems that you'll have if you survive the bug. Get the booster if it's available. We can get through this. You just have to be smart. It's a virus. It doesn't care about your political affiliation. It doesn't care if you think it's a hoax. It just wants to live and spread. And if you don't survive or you come out through that with very bad outcomes, it doesn't care. So, until we meet again, you take care. Have a great day today. I will see you on the flip side. And that is, quite frankly, a very good thing.